We've got a challenge, something a little bit different this week. There's 4 of us. We're going to do a 2v2 challenge. We've got 2 fish meal baits we want to put to the test. We've got a Red Lobster and a Ocean's Fruit. So we're going to draw for that, see who's doing what. We've got Danny, he's joining me on my team, and we've got Kyle and Charlie each end. So the challenge, what are we doing for the challenge?
It wouldn't be a challenge if it wasn't a challenge. So it is going to be 5 30s within 36 hours. It's not going to be easy, it's going to be tough. That's why it's a challenge. We've picked our baits. Joff and Danny, they're taking the full ocean fruit range, from stick mix to pellets to boilies, just showing you what they do with it and obviously what it does. Me and Charlie, we're on the lobster. Again, we've got the stick mixes, the pellets, and we'll be showing you what we can do with them. Hopefully we have some fish. Hopefully we have 5 30s and we make this challenge.
Yeah, honestly. We have done it before. We've done 30s in there before, enough 30s in there before, so it can be done. So we've got the team challenge, which is the 5 30s in the overall session, and then we're going to have a little bit of fun with a 2v2
Overall weight.
Overall weight. We'll go for overall weight, and we'll see who wins that. But like Kyle said, we'll go through the ranges as the video goes on. We'll talk you through the way we're doing things and where we've caught from, or hopefully caught from. For now, we'll leave it there.
Let's get some rods in the water.
If we don't catch, it's good food.
I think it's sat in your lap.
Think the first thing that pops up.
Oh, hello. Whoopsie. We've got to stop doing this. We're rolling, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. He gets all the best bits on us from this way. So that's it, the challenge is underway. Myself and Danny, we're at the Tiki Hut side, if you know the lake. So I'm in swim 3, which again, most of you know is a bit of a flyer. So hopefully I won't let the team down. Danny's gone into swim 1, giving us a little bit of space. So swim 2 sitting there empty. But we know when we're playing fish, we need that to be empty because they tend to kite around that way. So we've got the Ocean's Fruit, which I'm glad about because that's my preferred fish meal or preferred bait on the carp basis range. So I'm pretty confident that we'll do all right on that. My method, I'm going to be using a bait boat, fishing to some known spots. Danny, what are you doing in yours?
I'm using the bushwhacker, getting tight to the island, and then obviously a few freebies around it with the ocean fruits. And then I've got one on a solid bag, just on its own, single, pop up inside.
Yeah. See what it does. Yeah. When we got him, Danny was here for a little bit longer than me. I had to work a little bit later, but you saw plenty of fish bouncing around in front of us.
Loads.
Plenty of shows, plenty of fizzing. So hopefully we've got a few fish this end.
Hope so.
I know Kyle and Charlie, they both fished through enough. Kyle has done 9 30s in a weekend, so I don't think our team challenge of 5 30s is too much, but you never know. We might have set ourselves up a bit, but it's something that we're keen to try and do really. But we'll see if we can do that. But as we go on, we'll go now into our swims, we'll get our rods out, and then we'll come back and show you exactly what we're doing. So we'll leave it there.
Right, so challenge has started, competition, friendly competition underway. Me and Charlie drew the back half of the lake on Kestrel. Charlie's went to peg 4, I'm peg 6. In the bait challenge side, we've drew the lobster bait. Me and Charlie have both chosen different ways of using the lobster. I've gone for a straight boilie approach. So I pre-soaked my boilies 3 days before I come here, just in water, just topped them off with hot water, lid bucket back on, soak it away. I'm solely just going to use the boilies this weekend. Fishing, match the hatch, wafters over the top. Charlie?
Me, a bit different. I'm using majority pellet, lobster pellet. I am fishing little 12mm lobster boilies as well, but not as many as Carl's fishing. I'm fishing little bits and pieces, fishing little bright pop-ups over the top. There's not as many fish in my swim, so I'm just trying to pick off the odd fish around the island.
No, I'm happy we chose the lobster.
Yeah.
Personally, it's one of my favourite baits. Just the colour, the texture, it's nice. It's a good bait to use, especially now the water temperature's up, sun's out, water temperature's up. This is where it comes into its own.
And there we go. The rod's been out 15 minutes. I arrived late. First blood to the ocean's fruit. There was 1.5 kilos ocean's fruit in the boat, a pink pop-up, 15 minutes. It was a screaming take, and that's the result. 29 pound dead. Didn't quite go 30 for the 30 challenge. But there it is. Thing of beauty. And there we go, midnight bite. It's wiped out all 3 rods. Absolute carnage in the swim. But there we have it, 23 pound, bar of gold, ocean's fruit, 2-0. Let's see what else we can get. Let's get the rod back out, slip this one back.
First fish of the session for me, taking on a little 12mm pink lobster pop-up, right tight up the island. Fished over a handful of freebies and a bit of lobster pellet, rattled off about 20 minutes ago. Middle rod, so they're definitely getting on the bait. It's 2-2, me and Carl. Joff's had 2 on the other side, so all to play for.
Oh my god. Oh, I've got that. E up, lad. Fell to the lobster, wafter. I say, what was that? 3 last night for us. Joff, you had 2, didn't you? So they're still retaining the lead at the minute, but we've got all day and all night to go yet, so we'll keep you updated. Here up, lad.
There we go, fish number 2 for me. Caught in a yellow 12mm lobster pop-up, really tight up to the island. That's 4th fish between me and Carl now. Puts us on about £70, I think. About £20 in front of Joff and Danny on 2 fish, so getting really close in the match.
Just on pest control down here at Mousehole, clearing up these little sprats. Nah, here we go. Let's say fish number 5 for us. Just feeding the lobster boilies in throughout the day. It's doing us well. Put us a little bit ahead of Joff and Danny now. I'm sure we can keep it going, me and Charlie, keep that lead going.
There we are, 3rd fish for me. Caught on the same rod up the island with a yellow pop-up again on the lobster. Mine and Carl's 6th fish now. Puts us well in the lead, so hopefully for a few more. Right, £35. Middle rod's gone off again on a yellow 12mm lobster pop-up once again. Fish number 4 for me and number 8 for me and Carl. He's got a 36 next door, so we'll have a look at that in a sec.
So here we go, fish number 4. Just made some changes, me and Charlie sitting in a swim having a chat. Just changed up the hook baits, changed some colours. It weren't even out there 30-40 seconds and it roared off. And there we go, £36. We're nearly halfway through this challenge, nearly halfway, 3 more to go, and then we've got the challenge under the belt. But yeah, here we go, £36. 35 of the 36, literally within 5 minutes of each other. Charlie was giving me a hand in the swim when mine rolled off. He's absolutely ripped off, he had to peg it down to me. Drop the net and run. Drop the net and run, and here we go, brace of 30s. Let's say 3 more for the challenge to complete. But what a start to the session, you can't ask for more.
£71 a fish.
71 pound of fishing.
They're up to £171 now as well. There we go.
Spot on.
So let's have a quick update on how things are going. I hit the ground running. I had a 29 and a 23. Really done really well, smashed it up, really pleased with that. But since then it's gone absolutely quiet, dead as anything for me. No fish showing in the swim. Did I make any changes? Not really. Maybe a bit tighter to one of my spots. James come around to do a bit of filming work and I did manage to get a bite. But unfortunately, as quickly as I hooked it, I lost it. So not much to report on there. Danny in swim one, he's having a bit of a tougher time. Nothing at all showing over there. He's tried a few different things for me, solid bags, repositioning, different colours. Nothing showing, no bites. The other two on the other hand, they're doing all right. The Red Lobster is doing all right. They've had 8 bites between them. They've both done a 36 and a 35, James, is that right? Yep, 36 and a 35, which obviously you're going to see in here. So fair play, well done to those guys. They've worked hard for that. Apart from that, all I can say is the Red Lobster's doing the bites. The Ocean's Fruit's gone a bit quiet. But the Ocean's Fruit's the best bait, in my opinion, for me personally. I've done my PB in this lake on the Ocean's Fruit. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to stick with it. I don't see the point in chopping and changing too much. Like I say, I think the night bites will come again like they did. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I know. Come on. Oh. What a wake up call this morning. Nice little double take. Had a 16 pounder and this 24. I say, thought it was going to be a very active night last night. Fish jumping all over the lake. Just seemed to shut off. Just died of death last night. But first light this morning, within 15 minutes of each other, 2 fish on the bank. Here we go.
There we are, another early morning bite on the lobster. Yellow pop up, tight up to the island. Same rod has done all 5 bites now. And within half an hour, Danny's had a fish, I've had a fish, and Carl's had 2 next door. So should be a good day.
Right, had this lovely 27 pound on the nose on the old Ocean Fruits for this side for me and Joff, and a nice little blank saver.
Fish number 7 for the session, fell to the lobster again. It's going to be a tough challenge, but we're trying our best. Got probably another 4 hours worth of fishing left. We'll keep you updated.
So we're into the last day. Have a little catch up, myself and Danny, Ocean's Fruit team. We started off well, I started off well with 2 fish. Thought we was going to roll on and smash it up. Didn't go that way. It's been quite tough. It was quite tough up until last night for you as well.
Yes,
so.
and plus the amount of fish we have seen,
Oh
well.
yeah, ridiculous amount of fish. So I pulled 2 rods off of my spots that are quite long. Within a couple of hours, we started seeing fish. I mean, there must have been 25 crashes out there in the end, weren't there?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So pulling the rods back definitely opened the water up a little bit, which played into Danny's hands last night. So you had?
I had 2, one small double and one at 27.
Which was?
The one you had.
The night before?
Yes, which is completely madness, but yeah.
But to go back to that, he weighed at 27, mine weighed at 29. We have checked all the scales. The Reuben Heaton's against my Sabres, although they're both zeroed, there's a £2 difference. So for this instance, the Reubens are going to obviously outweigh the Sabres. So it was a 27 pounder, so the correction on the weight that I had. But there's nothing too untoward. We've checked them. Mine all still weighs up 0, so I don't know what's gone on with that. But it's a 27 pounder. We've both caught the same fish.
Yep.
2 separate nights. It weren't the same fish, same photo.
No.
We're not that desperate. But yeah, it just goes to show there's a hungry fish out there. We'll probably catch it again. We're just joking, saying we've still got time. It'll probably show again at 23.
Well, yeah.
Here we go, fish number 8. Fish number 8, £30 on the nose. Another 30 under the belt for me and Charlie. Let's say we've got a couple of hours left to go. I still think we can do it. I still think there's another one in us to have another decent fish out of here. Just got the rods back out. Fingers crossed for it. Say again. Go, 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 go.
There we go, first fish on the left hand rod. Made a change from the yellow to a pink popper this time with a light scattering of boilies, and rattled off half hour later. There we go.
Hey up, mid up.
Hey up, lad.
So this is just to catch up, let you know, coming to the end of the session. We've got 4 hours left now.
4 hours.
4 hours left. As you probably see from, I don't know if James is going to put the clip in, but we just about to do a VT. And Charlie actually had to sprint to his swim, had a screaming run.
Left hand rod.
Fish number 6. 6 now. 13 fish our side now. Doing well. Lobster is doing really well this side.
£270 a fish now.
270 pound a fish. So yeah, it's doing well. Just hope some of the big girls come out now. We've had good fish, but we know there's bigger in here to be had, don't we?
There's a lot of 30s in here.
A lot of 30s in here. Definitely more fish to be had. Next 4 hours, we'll see what we can do. See if we can pick a few more out for you.
So that's it, come to the end of the session. Competition, weren't much of a competition, but we'll go into that in a minute. Bit of a whitewash, but hey listen, we turned up. The competition was these two. Danny stepped in, he's just joined the team as a consultant, so thrown in at the deep end. Never really filmed before, I don't think, neither, so we really threw him in at the deep end.
Yeah, it's all fresh to it.
But all in all, it's been a pretty good session overall. Challenges, didn't quite complete it. For a few excuses, I'm sure we've got a few, but we didn't complete the challenge of 5:30s, but it was a challenge. So let's get to the score, shall we? We'll let you rub it in. So we had pegs 1 and 3. We had 4 fish. Don't know what the total weight is. No point getting into it too much. Wow, he's even tallied it up. £95 in 4 fish, which is still not bad. So what did you have, boys?
301, I think.
Oh, 301. £301. What was the biggest fish you both had? I know you both had 30, so.
36 was the biggest, then we had 35.
35. And
another 30 scraper 30 we just had and put back. A few high 20s we had.
And a lot of horny males.
We had a lot of small males.
Yeah, a lot of males.
They're definitely getting active, getting ready to spawn out here.
Yep.
It's just one of them. You can't odds what you catch. I thought we'd have a better average in here.
Yep.
That's fishing though. That's it. You don't always get them, do you?
We have literally seen, James as well, we've got some on camera, so hopefully we've got the good enough shots, but we've literally seen 50 fish this afternoon just absolutely
moving around there,
banging themselves out.
We know what's in here though, don't we? We've seen,
yeah.
we know the fish in here. Just unlucky to catch these 14s, 15s, 16s. Listen, still a
I'm
fish.
staying on, so I might have a couple tonight.
That's it, you're
Yeah,
staying on.
it's-
We still got a few hours. We're saying it's 48 hours finished. I'm cutting it short. Danny's had to get home anyway. I'm cutting it a little bit short to keep wifey happy. And he's still got a few hours, and I think you're staying doing
Staying
another
all
night.
night till the morning.
It's still getting bites and he swims, so they're going to stay and see what they can do. But I don't know. We've got another member on the other side of the lake taking over my swim. Maybe he clears up tonight. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for this challenge, it's over.
3 out of 5.
We got 2 winners there with some decent hauling of fish.
What do we get?
£301.
So, mate, didn't
No,
hear.
no, I mean, what do
But
we
fair
get to
play,
win?
because Charlie, you're in swim 4. A lot of people avoid that, and you fished it yourself, and you weren't even happy when you got it. You're like, no, I
That's my
don't want
last
it.
pick.
No, don't want to
That's my
go.
last pick.
So to be fair to you, you've actually
he's done well.
He's done well.
Done
He
well,
has.
yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know how that can be that swim. And Danny as well, swim 1. It does the odd fish. He'd done 2 fish in there.
Got to work it in them swims.
Definitely.
You have to work it here.
Me, I did work a little bit, but I'm not the working type, to be honest. I did cast. Hey, I did tie a rig. I cast, didn't use the bait boat. Did you actually get that on camera? No, you didn't get me casted. It's because it's pretty
Did
poor.
happen.
But to wrap it all up, it's been a decent 40 out.
It's a show.
Weather's been good, food's been good, company's been good, and that's it. We're going to wrap it up. On to our next challenge, which is the BCACs for you boys.
Oh yes, 2 weeks time.
2 weeks time for you, and then I'm there in June doing the next one. So I'm not sure what the videos will be next, but we'll see. So if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and then we'll see you in the next video.
Boom.
See ya, winners.
Oh, I'll rub it in on you. Well, I might just come round with 2 rods, man. Serious. I've got a dig tight here.
Team player, I love it. He wants to share the spot.